Now, why does the WTO need a different kind of leadership at this point? First of all, I would say this is not a statement about previous directors general. I worked with 7 of them. I have utmost respect for them, and they were all my colleagues. But this is a statement about the current crisis that the WTO is facing, which is unprecedented and it's almost existential in my view. In order to shed light on this and what does this mean for the selection of the next Director General, we need to clarify 2 points, in my view, around which there's some confusion. The first is, what is the nature of the job of the Director General? And the second is, what is the nature of the reforms we're talking about? Now, the job of Director General is not a typical job of an executive. The only executive responsibilities that WTO DG has is managing the Secretariat. And this is the least of our worries now. But what is more important is the role of the Director General as the honest broker and bridge builder and mediator and facilitator between members to solve their problems and ensure the well-functioning of the system. And to play that role, a Director General as an honest broker needs to stand on 2 legs. The first, in a crisis situation like this, is the authoritative knowledge of the system itself and the politics that surround it. It's much more than technical. It's substantive, but it's also political. The second leg is the credibility and trust that members place in the person of the Director General. Without this, the role cannot be played. Now, what kind of reform are we talking about? If this is the kind of Director General we need, then the kind of reforms that we're about to embark upon actually need to be clarified, because this is not a reform of the structure of an organization or how it functions. This is a reform of a treaty, the enforceable contract between member states. And we know the only way to reform that can only be negotiations. And negotiations require that honest broker.